Right, so we're back we're part 3. We're on one this episode. We're not boring you too much, but at least it's in 3 different parts. So
the cigar's still going really well.
Yeah, down to last third.
How long have you been smoking?
Oh, I don't know. Good
hour and a half.
Yeah, possibly.
Like that. Still got quite a bit left as well. Smoking quite slow this, but I don't want it to end.
We've got a bit of the old Sons of Anarchy on the tunes because we miss it so much.
Yeah, still mourning. Right, let's carry on with these questions then. Still, these are still questions from Coops. Where are we at? Oh yeah, he asks, why do you smoke a pipe after a cigar? Is this the norm? It is at Cobs and Cubans.
Yeah.
So that's our dessert.
Yeah, it is like a dessert because pipe tobacco is a totally different thing to cigar tobacco. It's like more pronounced flavours and more sort of like definite flavours, like you can get tobaccos with like a cherry flavouring or vanilla flavouring, or even your Virginias have a more of a sweet taste, or your Latakias a smoky taste. It is, if you have a couple of cigars in a row, your second cigar you generally don't tend to taste as well as you should. So the pipe tobacco is just a nice finisher.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no particular reason, and there's no reason why you should do it.
I don't think many people will finish a cigar and then go straight to smoking a pipe. We only do it because we're here and it's something to do.
Yeah.
And might as well do both in one go. But
yeah,
pipe smoking is completely different. Like Chris said, there's a lot of technique involved with it.
Which we'll show you on.
Yeah, we'll do that in a later video. There's all technique to packing the pipe and lighting it and just how to smoke it. It's not. There's a lot more to it than smoking cigars, but we'll cover that later. Do you take? This is a good question. Do you take a drink, coffee, bourbon, tea, every cigar, and what goes best with what? And then he said an idea is to perhaps review a cigar and then review what drink goes best with it, like wine with food. That's a good question. I was just saying earlier that this cigar is, for me, I'm having coffee with it and it's pairing really well with coffee.
Some cigars, like I know that Steve sent us down some Diplomaticos number 4 to review next. And he suggested that we don't drink anything too strong with it because some cigars have a really delicate flavour and a lot of flavours within that cigar, especially when they've got some age on them. So I usually just have a bit of sparkling water with a cigar like that.
I'm all about the Diet Coke. If I'm not drinking coffee, I'm drinking Diet Coke with mine.
But yeah, like with a stronger cigar, the Bolivars, such like, can easily take a good whiskey or rums are nice with cigars because of the sweetness.
Port as well. Some cigar, what do I like? Partagas, like D4s and stuff like that, or P2.
Like peppery, aren't
they? For some reason with port and whiskey, it goes a lot better than it does with say coffee for me anyway.
But yeah, I think everyone will have the favourite drinks with certain cigars. A nice real ale will go well with a cigar, but yeah, it's just probably trial and error and personal choice, really.
If you like a drink and you like a cigar, usually you're gonna, when you put them together, chances are it's going to be good for you. It's down to personal preference, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Another question is, what should a novice start with if they were to get into smoking? You might have heard us talk about like a cigar being medium, like mild-bodied, medium-bodied and full-bodied. For a beginner, then you're gonna, I'd say, start at the mild to medium side of things, because otherwise, if you start off with like, I don't know, it could go two ways. If you start off with a really strong cigar, it could put you off. It might be too much. It might be too much, because it's kind of an acquired taste, really. Like, you've got to learn how to appreciate it. I think, like whiskey and stuff like that, even coffee. You reckon? Like, you say it's an acquired taste.
Yeah,
for,
definitely.
Like, whereas a mild cigar, you might think, if it's smooth and unoffensive.
I mean, there's some cigars, like there's a non-Cuban, a Tatuage Petit Cazadores, which is quite a small cigar. I think it's about 40 ring gauge, and probably, I don't know, maybe 4.5 inch long. But it's really chocolatey, a really nice sweet taste, and I always imagine that'd be good for a beginner, because you're getting like a nice flavour straight away, rather than if you had, say, a Partagas short. It's peppery and quite strong, even though it's a small cigar. And I think that,
there's certain brands that I would recommend to beginners that, for the first Cuban cigars, I always recommend Hoyo de Monterrey, Paul Laranaga, possibly H. Upman.
Yeah.
What else? Anything within those brands, there's a shitload of cigars, but they're good places to start, I think. And then after that, I'd move on to like Monte Cristo, Bolivar, and the stronger end of things. Because I think it might take a while to kind of learn to appreciate the more full-bodied cigars.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I used to stick with just when I first started smoking cigars, I knew that I liked mild cigars, and I stuck with that.
Yeah, your palate definitely develops.
Yeah.
Probably like, with wine or whiskies. If you start with sort of like basic brands, and then as your palate develops, you sort of like start to branch out. So, probably all the sort of like easily available cigars will be generally like, like I said, Monteforts and that are not too bad.
What would you recommend if I had to recommend one cigar to somebody who's not smoked cigars before, and I wanted to recommend a cigar that I thought this will make them want to smoke cigars, this will get them into it? I'd probably recommend Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure 2.
Yeah.
I think that's
a good solid
perfect
cigar. Yeah, it's nice and creamy, fairly mild to medium.
It's a big cigar. It's like a fat cigar
Yeah,
as well.
it's a nice looking cigar. Usually well made. Generally no problems with draw or anything like that. Yeah, it's a good cigar.
That or Paul Laranaga Petit Corona, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like
And then
that.
Monte Carlos, Paul Laranaga, Monte Carlos, nice honey sweet taste.
Mm. And then I'd move on to like the peppery stuff, spicier stuff. But yeah. Up that, I think that might be. Oh no, it's not. There's shitloads more. What basic tools are a must for cigar smoking? I.e. cutter, matches, and that skewer thingy.
Well, yeah,
they're essentials. The cutter and a lighter you need, because we've got. I'll show. Oh, do you want to pass us that?
You've got
cigar. Right, this is like real basics now, so forgive us for being so basic. But if you look at how a cigar comes, it's got a triple cap on the end, which is tobacco that's been used to close off the end. So obviously you need a cutter before you can smoke it. You've got one end for lighting, obviously, and then that needs cutting. So you need a cigar cutter.
Yeah, one over there.
I'm not going to cut it, but
No.
we'll do that on another video. Sure, because there's a certain way of cutting it without. If you
we'll
cut it
show
too far
you.
up, it'll
Yeah,
unravel.
we can do cutters, because I can use that V cutter as well.
Yeah.
There's different types of cutters, and
Well, that's essential, really.
yeah,
the cutter.
just
Or a punch.
cutter and something to light it, really.
That's it. And somewhere to, if you like keeping cigars, you need a humidor. That's the box that you store the cigars in. What sets it aside from a normal box is that it's got a proper seal, Is it airtight? Is it airtight seal?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. And
Cedar line,
lined
Spanish
with
cedar,
Spanish cedar,
which
regulates them.
yeah, it's like self-regulating. You put some sort of humidification in. These are really good. It's a Boveda pack. It's just like got a gel in it, and you can see it says 69 on. That's the humidity it'll keep it at 69. You want to be keeping them between 60 and say 70, and you shove that in with your cigars, and it'll keep them just the right humidity.
There's loads of different types of. You can get them, or you can use beads, or the sponges that you put distilled water in it. But all it does is the humidor it keeps your cigars at the right, not the temperature, the right
Humidity,
relative humidity.
yeah. So they don't dry out.
And then once they're in that environment, you can keep them for as long as you can keep them for. But,
Keep your hands off them.
So yeah, essentials are lighter, some kind of cutter, and somewhere to store them. What basic tools? Yeah, right. What is the most expensive cigar and why? I think most expensive are going to be something. You can get vintage cigars that are pre-Cuban embargo, which is before. Is it 1966?
Yeah. And usually limited editions, which they bring out every so often. Well, every year they bring out 2 or 3 limited editions, and regional editions, which are running usually 2,000 to 5,000 boxes are made, and then that's it. They're finished, and then next year they bring out another one. So there's certain cigars like Cohiba Sublimes and Cohiba 1966s.
What's the most expensive regular production? Do you know?
Regular production.
I'm not sure.
Probably.
It's going to be a Cohiba,
yeah, it'd be like Bahikis, Cohiba Bahikis, and your Siglo 6s.
You're looking at a lot of money.
Yeah.
UK prices, it's going to be.
Yeah,
Per cigar, you're looking at.
It might be up to say £50 for 1966,
yeah.
and some of the Bahikis will be knocking on that price.
But then, if you're getting aged stuff, that's like I said, like a cigar that's been kept from 1966, then the value of that's going to go.
Yeah,
up.
them sort of cigars go to auction, and they can make tens of thousands for a box of 25 cigars.
We're just regular cigar smokers. What is in the manufacture of cigar? Are they really rolled on the thighs of virgins?
No, no. I'll put the link up to that video showing you how they're rolled and how they're made, and that'll explain all that. They are all rolled by hand by just in big factories in Cuba. It's a really good video, definitely worth a watch. I'll put a link up for that.
And then I think that's it for questions.
Yeah.
Maybe once a month, or when you are really up and running, you could have a guest join you and do a guest review.
Good idea.
That's something we do want to do.
We'll just have to sort out. Obviously, we've got 2 chairs here which will fit on the camera. We have got another chair over there, but obviously that person won't be on camera, so we might have to have the third person jumping in and out between us 2. We'll try and sort something out.
Yeah. Again, Cooper, cheers for those questions. You've given us a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Today.
It's given us 2 extra parts to the video, and hopefully it's gives someone some good information.
Obviously, if anyone else. Keep questions coming. It gives us something to talk about, and
I'm going to tag a video on end as well of where we're smoking, just so you just don't see the 2 chairs. Just a bit of a tour of the rest of the shack. Yeah, so got down to nub on this one, and I've got my nubber out. Just this one we get smoked right down to the last few millimeters, I think.
Yeah, I'm not going to finish this early. I'm going to be sad when this is over, to be honest. But yeah, it's a long smoke. It's about 2 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a really, really good smoke.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good daytime smoke. It's not. I don't feel like it's not too heavy. It's
Yeah.
It's a freaking good cigar.
Thanks again, Mike. Really
Cheers, Mike.
appreciate it.
I've loved this cigar so
It's
much.
been amazing. And we were talking earlier about his pronunciation of it. I said Mercaderes, and we're thinking it might possibly be Mercedes. I don't know. We don't know. We just call them what we want to call them. We're just a couple of northern monkeys at the end of the day. So
Apparently it's named after a street in Havana, so I doubt it is going to be Mercaderes. But yeah.
All right, cheers, guys. That's nearly 15 minutes up there. So
if you've stuck with it, thanks for watching.
and we'll see you on the next episode.
Catch you next time.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.